Greetings, folks, and welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Coco Smooth, the casual collector. And in this segment of 1/12 scale military action figures takes, I am showcasing in celebration of my first 1K ever subscriber count, the Valaverse Action Force Wasp Raider. Yeah, I figured this would be the appropriate uh, video to do for such an occasion, since this one was one of those latecomer figures that requires it, because it was a Botcon exclusive. I only started this hobby a year ago, and I believe this was released a year, even a whole other year back, so 2 years ago. So I missed out, and I was like, man, I don't know if I'll be able to catch up. And somehow, some way, I found a way to get it. Now, here's what it looks like in package. See, we got the Botcon exclusive. Didn't think that it would be they would have figures at Botcon, since Botcon's a Transformers convention. Box art has the Waspinator colors for the Swarm Raider. So Wasp Raider, kind of cool. Makes sense. Wasp Raider for the Swarm, right? It's Wasp. So yeah, let's see what it says on the package. It's 3 action points. Wasp Raider, file name unknown, primary MOS, Special Forces, secondary skill, Covert Ops, Intelligence, birthplace various, rank affiliation, ranks unknown, the Swarm. When each battalion of Swarm Troopers is deployed, there's always one Wasp Raider to accompany them, keeping a distance. The Wasp Raiders monitor every mission as their elite soldiers move swiftly through their adversaries. If needed, Wasp Raiders can descend into battle in a blink of an eye, a nerve-wrenching buzz from their flight packs forecasting the impending danger before they strike. No living soul has survived the Wasp Raider attack, making their methods only a mix of fear-filled hearsay and hushed rumor. This speed of attack, as well as their banking agility during flight and their power dives during aerial assault strafing runs, would put tremendous strain on their bodies, even beyond that experienced by combat aircraft pilots. It is therefore suspected that Wasp Raiders have far more technological advancements than that of a standard Swarm Trooper, including a leading-edge armor reinforcing limb and body that could counter these intense crushing G-forces. Their neural implants allows each Wasp Raider to send real-time updates to blank, acting as a living UAV and giving the Wasp Raider the alacritus ability to adapt battle plans to any scenario a Swarm battalion may encounter. If you are involved in a skirmish with a Swarm unit and happen to see a flash of green and yellow, fear not, it will be over soon. Kind of cool. All right, let us open this sucker and let us enjoy what he is. All right, cool. Looks like he comes with the wings and a bunch of arms too, and a yellow Action Force grill grill. And yeah, he got his trigger fingers here. I guess they gave him his boxing. He comes with his boxing hands. I love the color here. It's got this kind of like Waspinator green, but metallic like green. This is so gosh dang cool. And he comes with sorry about that, the standard Chris Vector that all of them come with, but in green. And yeah, with the I forgot what gun this is, but it's very popular. It almost comes standard with all Valaverse figures, and what appears to be a tracker knife, a Tom Brown like Wilderness Survival SWSK knife inspired. Um, yeah, pretty cool. And you would put it. Oh, I'm just gonna leave it as is. I don't see you know you would put it here. He's got a gold Kydex sheath, kind of cool. All right, so well off the rip, I'm going to take off. Well, before I do all that, he's got an interesting. I guess what he doesn't have is a shield. I mean, since he is an assault thing, I don't think he needs a shield. But it would have been dope if they gave him one. But yeah, at least he's got his more important thing, which is the attack, the flight pack. Yeah, so this guy will be the I guess the equivalent of the the major in the swarm. You know, like in the ants in the majors. And there's drones. This guy's probably going to be like the major in the swarm since he's got wings, right? Yeah. I'm gonna warm up the hands so before I trade him off to put his ump on. I mean, his vector on. And there you go. Just warmed up his hands and made the switcheroo so that we can arm him up with something. Um, at some point, I'm gonna get my boys over in the arsenal of pew pews to custom make me something that's befitting our gentleman over here. You know what I'm saying? Because I just want him to be armed up with more gear than this. You know what I mean? It's cool. It's a nice Chris Vector, but you know, y'all know how I roll. He's getting third party weapons that's going to be color congruent with what he's got going on. Yeah, he looks great. I love that color. You know, even with the blue uh, wings and everything. So here's what swarm guy looks. Let's put the swarm together. So yeah, he makes like a good kind of major, mid-major. It's mini boss, not quite the queen, you know what I'm saying? But here he is, taking a little bit of the spotlight. But yeah, he looks good with the rest of the troops together. I think he blends better with them than the other one, the horde swarm horde member. So I think it looks better like this though. But that's just me. And of course here's a scarab. So yeah, I think it looks good. It kind of reminds me of Kamen Riders a little bit. Some Super Sentai kind of thing. I think that's the most of the appeal for me. And I'm not a diehard Super Sentai, fan or anything like that, but I can appreciate that level of aesthetic to go with it. Yeah, the joints are, I would say, just like all the other swarm, troopers, except it doesn't feel like it's very stiff. I'm thinking, yeah, the joints on this thing is much uh, looser per se, but which works for me. I'd rather be able to not have to fight this thing uh, to get it to play well. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, look, I like the way the blue wings work. Looks really good. It matches his eyes, which is more blue than yellow. You know what I mean? So y'all can see his eyes are crying. Yeah, I think it looks cool. I'm hoping that, you know, Bob Vala decides to do one of these kind of heads for the horde, the swarm horde. I really like this look. Instead, we got kind of like a Hordak looking face one for them, but I don't know. I hope when they do an alternate head pack or something that they got us or something. But yeah, Final thoughts on this. I'm very excited. I love the color break on this thing. What I mean by color break, I love the way it breaks up the rest of the swarm, you know, because I love the troop build, and I'm glad that this guy could be their officer, you know what I mean? The guy who leads these guys, or at least an enforcer that allows these guys to do their thing, and he comes up as a you know, when the green, as they said, when the green shows up, you know, run away, or you're done. Nobody else survives when the green shows up. So, all right, folks, that's all I got for this segment of One to Scale Military Action Figures Takes, the Valaverse Action Force Botcon exclusive Wasp Raider. I am your host, Coco Smooth, the casual collector, and I'd like to thank you guys for liking, subscribing, and watching my stuff. I hit 1K. Here's to another K. And until next video, folks, ciao.